Let's move to the ACAC. Woodlan at Heritage at the beginning of the season, I would have said this is one of the championship-type matchups. Heritage has gotten off to a slow start, which you can imagine based on the number of players they graduated, the players and their positions that they graduated, specifically Branson Dawson at the quarterback position. What do you see as being the biggest key in this one? Because we know what Sherwood Haydock's going to do. He's going to pound the ball with Van Brocklin.
Yeah, I think Woodlan has shown an ability to go vertical, too, when they have to.
That's true.
Which is something they didn't always have last year, unfortunately. I think that was kind of their missing piece last year, was teams could pack the box 9 or 10 deep. They really couldn't consistently be a pass threat. This year, I think it's different. I think Woodlan has an improved passing game. And if there is a conference around here that I think after 2 weeks is very tough to not pick just one team, Woodlan is going to be very tough to beat in the ACAC, okay? You know, Heritage maybe would have had a shot maybe in 4 or 5 weeks once they allow those young guys mature. Right now, I don't know if they have a chance. Maybe Adams Central could sneak up on Woodlan, but other than that, I'm kind of trying to find a team that can challenge them for that conference. It's very tough right now.
I'd say Bluffton could be tough if Dwayne Eskridge goes off like he did this past week for 267 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's going to be the toughest guy to game plan for in that conference, given that here's the guy who won the 200 meters at state last year as a junior.
Yeah.
I mean, he's tough.
Yeah, the thing that I would like, and I'm sure Coach Hudgens out there would love to do it, is to get him the ball in space more, maybe put him in the slot, throw him some balls, as opposed to just having to hand him off all the time, because you want to get him in space where he can make people miss and outrun people. So I'm sure he loves playing around with Eskridge out there and moving him around. But with just one guy, what else they got? I just don't know if they can match up with Woodlan and outscore him, because I think Woodlan can put up a lot of points. But I think the one team, you know, we saw it with Woodlan last year. If you stop that run game, then you force them out of what they like to do. I think they're more prepared to have to pass. But if you force them to pass 20 times a game, that's not exactly what they want to do.
Jimmy Durkis playing the quarterback position. We've seen him hit on some big plays so far this year. You need him. He just doesn't have to throw the ball that much, but he has been really effective in doing so.
Yeah, and that's all you need. You just need the threat to, when teams are going to pack the box with 9 or 10, you can throw it over the top and beat somebody deep, and that's what they've done the first 2 weeks.
Final question, what are you most looking forward to about week 3?
Oh, put me on the spot, man.
That's what we do.
Yeah, well, you know, I think we're starting to see the separation of the SAC, okay? We're starting to see the 3 or 4 teams we knew would be up top that are up top, that middle group, and the teams that are down at the bottom that are kind of trying to climb up. So kind of want to see Dwenger. I picked Concordia last week. I kind of felt I kind of didn't want to pick them. I didn't want to pick Concordia, but I thought they had lost 11 straight to Dwenger. This was their best shot to win, I thought, in my opinion, in a long time, and they go out and lose. But I want to see Dwenger kind of prove it and continue to grow, because I think what Dwenger needed, especially going back to last year, he just couldn't score points. They couldn't score enough points. And last week they dropped a 35 spot, something like that. And
38, yeah.
38. I mean, you know, the weight is off the shoulders, so to speak. They ended the losing streak. They scored some points. Now let's see them go in against a big game against Homestead and maybe have a good showing and steal one over at Homestead. That'd be huge for Dwenger, and we can start kind of thinking of Dwenger as normal Dwenger as opposed to still trying to climb out of the last year's struggles.
The Cadets struck and victimized by the Kenny curse. It happened last week.
I don't know who I'm going to pick this week, but watch out.
We're sorry.
Probably the Saints. Now I just cursed them.
We're sorry. We're sorry, folks in maroon. Justin, no longer allowed to pick the Concordia Cadets this season long.
They won't even let me anywhere near.
It's like the SI Jinx. Very similar in terms of publication.
Yeah.
Number of people that see it. Reach, yes. Well, next week we're going to be talking about week 4 as we preview those games and recap week 3. But for this week, he's Justin, I'm Glenn, and we'll see you next week.